women went wild when his mugshot went viral and Jeremy Meeks became known as the hot felon. Well, look at where Jeremy popped up last night at New York Fashion Week. And that's not the only thing that's going to surprise you about his new life today.
I'm a little nervous, but more excited.
The shirtless 33-year-old, his tattooed yet finely chiseled abs, and those sweet baby blue eyes of his opened the Philip Klein show with stars like Madonna, Kylie Jenner, Paris and Nikki Hilton sitting front row.
You feel like this is your second chance? Yeah, it's a second chance. It might be a fourth. It might be my eighth.
Hot mugshot guy, a.k.a. Jeremy Meeks, just got out of federal prison 11 months ago after he was convicted for a weapons violation and, quote, street terrorism.
This is really not me. Like, I'm not some kingpin.
But here's proof that you can turn a bad situation around. Meeks, who has also been named the Blue-Eyed Bandit and Prison Bae, is a happily married man for 8 years and is father of 2 equally gorgeous sons. But those tats hint at Meeks' troubled past. This one on the neck appears to be a gang sign. The 6'1" California native now wants to pursue modeling. He's definitely living the life. Meeks posed with his black Maserati and calls this mansion near Sacramento home. His comment on the shot? God is good. Well, also in New York is a platinum blonde Kanye West for his fashion show, which is tomorrow night. And
see, the ugly truth is everybody wants to lie. If you are born good looking, you got it made from fucking cradle to grave. You've got an endless credit card for the rest of your life. When you are born beautiful, automatically, the first time that your mother sees you, she's going to gaze at you. She's not just going to tolerate you, she's going to gaze at you. The ugly truth is, automatically, good-looking people are going to have more confidence than an ugly person. They're fucking told at the very earliest age. They're the ones that are invited to play tag. They're the ones that are invited, hey, want to come up to my secret fort? Want to see, you know. They are the ones that are invited. The ugly person, they have to beg to try and be invited. Chances are, if an ugly person is at a party, he fucking paid for it. See, the truth of the matter is, if you're born good looking, fuck. You've got invitations all your life. This is proof right here. This guy named Jeremy Meeks. If he had been born where he was bald-headed, didn't have a chiseled body like he has, had a pot belly, had buck teeth, crooked eyes, fat, he would not be getting the deals and the offers that he's getting now. He knew automatically his whole life that he has been favored. A good-looking person, they don't ever have to worry about anything. That's the same thing as giving them $1 million. If a person had a choice between $1 million, been given $1 million, and good looks will win out every time. Why? Hey, it's going to be hard for you to lose your looks, but you could lose $1 million. Somebody could swindle you out of $1 million, but your looks are always on you. Wherever you go. You could be walking down the road. Not a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. Chicks would see this guy, and they would fucking purposely find some excuse to stop and pick him up. You notice how they called him a felon, babe? There were chicks that were going, oh man, I'd like to be his cellmate or something like that. This is the ugly motherfucking truth. And everybody wants to fucking lie and go, oh man, it has to do with your personality. You've got a fucked up attitude. And not to brag, but I think I've got a pretty good attitude. See, the thing is, I don't gaze at fucking mirrors. I barely tolerate a mirror. When I go to fucking shave, it's something where I want to get it over real quick. I'm not in love with a mirror. That's just the ugly truth. John Stossel even did, he was on 2020 ABC at one time. A very credible reporter. He did something on what's called the beauty factor. He talked about where there was a guy that was paid to act as he was a stockbroker. And he said, I don't know anything about it or anything like that. They said, man, we'll train you. Just like the real stockbroker was told, don't call us, we'll call you. Just like there was something done where there was a plain Jane that was pretending like she was out of gas. And there were all kinds of people that gave her directions. But the drop-dead good-looking chick, man, she was given hotel keys, invitations, places to go to restaurants and everything like that. Not only that, there was even something done on the beauty factor of where there was a real school teacher for kindergarten kids, and there was a drop-dead good-looking model. And so, yeah, you hear that siren right there? Boom cars put them in danger. But the cops have been fighting me every step of the way to try and protect ambulance and fire department people. So anyway, kindergarten teachers, there was a drop-dead good-looking one, model, and she posed as a kindergarten teacher. She didn't know what the fuck she was doing, but they automatically said, oh, she is an excellent teacher. She barely even knew what the fuck she was doing. The real one came in there and taught expertly, but automatically she was just barely tolerated. See, the thing is, I don't know of too many curses worse than when you are not born good looking in your life. You're barely tolerated your whole fucking life. Barely put up with. But you see, the thing is, there are many beautiful people. There was somebody named Loren Scott. She was from Utah. And God forgive me if I'm wrong on this, and I mean this sincerely, if I could ever speak to her. She was born drop-dead good-looking, 6'4". Turned people's eyes. She was the girlfriend of Mick Jagger. She fucking took her life. God forgive me if I'm wrong on this. Robin Williams, born with looks, born with talent, born with, had hundreds of millions of dollars. Took his own life. God forgive me if I'm wrong on this. But you see, when you're born ugly, you're barely tolerated your whole life. You can have a conversation identical to a good-looking person. Matter of fact, there's this song that came out, was called Blue-Eyed Casanova. Carrie Underwood sung it. And it was talking about this good-looking guy with blue eyes. He would just sit right next to the record machine, didn't do a motherfucking thing, scope out who he was going to fuck, and 9 times out of 10, automatically, the chicks were looking to want to fuck him. See, the truth of the matter is, beauty attracts beauty. Beauty is more likely to make beautiful babies. Beauty is more likely to make healthier babies. Matter of fact, there was a cartoon called Dilbert, where they were talking about, and it was a business-oriented cartoon, where it talked about if they had beautiful people in the same room, that they wouldn't get anything done because they would be ogling each other and ogling each other and whatever the fuck it is. So, this is a heavy burden on me. When your whole life you're born ugly, you're barely tolerated. But it's called selective breeding. The ugly truth is, an ugly person is more likely to not have healthy babies compared to good-looking people. So, you know, even though I wasn't born that good-looking, ugly as a matter of fact, I scare myself. But I thank my Maker that my Maker gave me the ability to, even though I don't have the looks, my Maker taught me to, allowed me to, with my determination, to learn how to play guitar. My Maker gave me determination to come up with my PDF Oath of Arrest and Prosecution. That is the most beautiful paper I've ever seen written in my whole life. It's only one fucking page. And it could prevent lots of people from being questionably wrongfully jailed. As a matter of fact, Michael Dunn, you know, he's in jail for the rest of his life because the cops didn't allow him to write down his side when a boom car punk motherfucker, American terrorist, fucking threatened him, because he may have told the punk, hey motherfucker, turn your shit down. I'm trying to think. At the Gate gas station, 2012, in Jacksonville, Florida, a piece of shit motherfucker by the name of Jordan Davis. So see, here's the thing. My burden is heavy on me. And automatically, kids know, automatically, if they're chosen, the good-looking ones are the chosen first. Janis Ian wrote a song that was called something about choosing sides for basketball or something like that. And it was talking about how the good-looking kids are chosen first. And then the uglier kids are just barely tolerated in our society. But see, here's the thing. How many of them beautiful people even think about anybody else other than themselves? How many of them people will actually get down on their knees and thank their Maker for what they were given? Well, I'll tell you what. I thank my Maker. I can't do a motherfucking thing about my ugly face. But I'll tell you what, at 66 years old, I can get up on a desk and I can knock down an easy average 20 to 22. One time I did 23 push-ups where I put my toes on a desk and I put my fist on the floor and I knocked out 23 incline push-ups.